What is going on YouTube? My name is Triforce Addiction, and before we begin, I want to talk about what happened with my channel. So basically, I kind of made a mistake where I thought that since college is starting for me, I thought it was going to be a very difficult time for me to post videos. So I decided to delete my entire channel because I didn't think I was going to get far, but then I don't know, for some reason I started missing it. Yeah. I ended up starting missing it, so I kind of like regretted my decision. I tried bringing all my stuff back, but I just couldn't. So I'm pretty much starting from scratch. So will you guys do me a favor and just subscribe to this channel so we can actually get this going once more? So today I have some pretty exciting gameplay footage for Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. So as of right now, what's taking place in Germany is Gamescom. So a lot of companies are there. The more important one right now is THQ Nordic because they have a lot of remastered games coming out, such as this Alien game. I forgot what it's called. I can't believe. And the SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. So, you know, for a while now, we haven't really received any news about Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated other than that's just been announced. Really, that's all we had, and just a couple of screenshots is the best we got. So as of right now, on August, I don't even know what day it is, August 19th, I believe, or August 20th, we finally got some gameplay footage for Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, and I've already seen the video. I have this right here, like already saved up. It's a gameplay demo, and I just wanted to do some analysis on it. So actually, let's just begin right now. I'm sorry if the video quality is a little bit low, but that's the best I could do. Honestly, I'm sorry. My computer isn't that strong. So let's begin. So it just starts out with people talking about the game. As you can see right here, dude, the graphics look pretty amazing. And like I said in like my previous deleted videos, that Jellyfish Fields would be taking place somewhere in the afternoon, and it kind of does look like it. Like the sun, I guess the lighting of the area just looks very afternoonish. Maybe like 3 p.m., 4 p.m., all that stuff. But yeah, just take a look around, man. Sorry about that. So one thing to notice here is that yes, we do have a new icon for the underwear. It is animated, but for some reason, since this is pre-alpha, it does say right here pre-alpha. As of right now, the shiny objects indicator or the icon right now is not really animated. So I guess they had to kind of rush this out in order to get that right. But you do see here that they did bring back the little teleporting box, and there's the entrance with Squidward right there. Actually, I didn't notice him the first time around. I was just focused on the gameplay. So let's continue this video. Okay, so he grabs the underwear. So they did bring back the ground pound for SpongeBob. When it comes to the enemies, they're a lot more. How do I say? They look very well designed. Let's actually look back at that. So yeah, the graphics do look pretty amazing. They don't have that green lens on their face like they used to. They have the red one, I guess, for for a different design purpose. And another thing to notice is that the shiny objects are now, I think they now have to be acquired instead of just coming to you at once. Like when you hit an enemy, the shiny objects automatically go to you. But this one, it feels like you just had to like touch them in order to actually acquire the shiny objects. So the tikis do look more or less the same. Well, I mean, you get what I mean. You see like that, like you have to it's kind of like if you're collecting studs from like a Lego game. Like it just goes to you. It's kind of weird. Man, this guy loves abusing that freaking ground pound move. They added like a little rainbow, and like everything, like all the socks and all the underwears are like kind of encased in this bubble. So yeah, that is pretty cool. Jellyfish look more or less the same. So he's gonna pay for the bridge. I do kind of like the text box though. It does look really nice. They have this new animation for the bridge getting repaired. So you do see that little puffball in that hill as usual. Okay, well they do seem to get launched the same way. Maybe it's a little bit more animated. But just from telling from this gameplay, it does kind of look a little bit... It does look kind of stiff. I was watching Shift's reaction on this, and yeah, it's pretty stiff. And to be honest with you, like the bubble that encases these socks right here, or like anything like underwear, it kind of does make it a little bit easier to find them. So like if you're like if you're like in a very high place, excuse me for a sec. Sorry about that. But it looks like with, you know, being encased in that bubble, it does make it seem a little bit easier. So like if you're in a high area and you're trying to look for socks or something from a long distance, I'm pretty sure it'll be a lot easier to find them now. And especially since, you know, since we're like in 2019 and we have like, you know, the Xbox One S, the Nintendo Switch, and the PS4 Pro, the render distance must be really, really great. So I'm pretty sure you can see these bubble encased socks like from a very, very long range. They do bring back the ice block too, you know, for Patrick to throw. But of course, you don't really need it in that area. They did well. Those little bouncing flowers do look really nice. They look more glowy. They used to be like reddish. SpongeBob's running mechanic seems so weird. Oh, another thing I noticed that changed here is that back then... Hold on. Let's just wait for him to get to that point. Oh, no, wait, no. He's going back to the barrel, sorry. I thought he was going to cross that little path where the balls are, like, landing on. So I guess not right now. The button switches look kind of blank. They don't really have any, like, you know, push symbol on it. Oh, yeah, they do, but it's very, very faint. You could barely see it. Barrels do look really nice. The water looks pretty cool too. It looks like Wind Waker water. It looks like if you're playing... It's like they got the water textures from the Wind Waker and they just put them in the game. Okay, so now they're crossing it. So, if you notice right here, there used to be a straight path that you could go to. You know, going up this hill right here. Let me stop again. So, there used to be like around here, there used to be like another, like, you know, I guess stairway platform, but I guess they took it off for, like, you know, I guess to make it a little bit more harder. A lot of people, at first I was like thinking, okay, how am I gonna get through this when I start playing the game? But actually, if you do look a little bit more down, right there, right here, there's actually a little platform that you could go down to and just wait for the ball to move in order so you could just traverse to this area. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Unfortunately, I think the little launch mechanic where you get hit and you get like sent flying, that's something that hasn't really been fixed yet. See, and it feels like whenever he's in midair, it just seems like he's kind of stuck in place. It feels weird. I don't know. It's just stiff overall. So the cannon's still there. It looks really, really good now. And they did add a sign here where it says King Jellyfish. They didn't have that before. It was just basically a blank wall with just that little pushing square right here. There's Gary. Let's see what they say. Before we actually get, like, you know, into this thing, if you guys could tell on the bottom right here, I think this game is actually being played on the, I think, Xbox One or the Nintendo Switch. I think it's the Xbox One because it does have this little green tint with A. So yeah, that's a pretty cool detail to add. So they get through that. I guess they skipped the cutscene or something. I mean, I don't think they want to show us any golden spatulas yet. until like maybe tomorrow. Because right now, as of today, they're just talking about this in German, like in the German language. So they said I think tomorrow they're gonna actually explain this game more in the English, like in the English language. So as of right now, this is kind of like early footage, specifically for us that speak English. So yeah, I don't know anyone that's I don't understand. I honestly don't understand what they're saying. Like sometimes they're like speaking like this German thing, and then they say something like online or offline, like in English. It's kind of weird. Yeah, let's continue. They added more detail though. I'm not gonna lie, right here they did add like a little broken, one of those little broken robots, and they just put on the ground, I guess, just to add some extra detail. And just look at the grass, man. It just looks pretty insane. Honestly, this game looks like it's kind of like fan-made. See, like the jumping does seem a little bit weird. So they still do have those introductional cutscenes where you're introduced to like a new robot, like let's say the hammer or the sneaky robot. So the difference between this robot and the last hammer robot is that like his hammer, I guess the ham part used to be completely covered in, I guess, the paint that it has. Like, it looked more like ham, but now it's like this thing's like more mechanical type of ham. This part's kind of funny right here. SpongeBob's new animation when he gets freaked out. It's like he's just wobbling around like crazy. Like let's take a look at that again. Like he gets freaked and then he's just like ah. But yeah, more or less it's just the same. Honestly, I do kind of like this design for the hammer robot a lot better. More or less dies the same. The difference here is that I noticed that the fish doesn't make any like cheering animation after you kill the robot that was damaging him. They do have that bowling area. Of course, we're not gonna see that. I don't think we're ever really gonna see that until like we actually get the full game. So yeah, that's pretty much it, I believe. I think that's all of it. Oh, actually, no, there's more. But I think they're actually just repeating it. So yeah, I want to give you guys my impressions on it. To be honest with you, since this is pre-alpha, I'm just gonna kind of like sugarcoat it. So yeah, the gameplay looks pretty cool. But there are some things that I wish they do not change. Like, acquiring the shiny objects. They should always come to you instead of you having to like collect them, like if you're collecting studs from a Lego Harry Potter game or some shit. More like and there's another thing that I don't know if you guys noticed while watching this video, is that when like the camera angle does look pretty good, but for some reason when you jump, the camera does change a little bit. Like it kind of like changes to like to a near top-down view. That's something I kind of don't like about it. I don't know. It seems a little bit like off. Like like if that is gonna be a thing for like the full version of the game, it's gonna be something you're gonna have to get used to. And having the bubbles or having the socks and underwear and everything else encased in bubbles, it does seem kind of off. Well, it does seem kind of weird. I feel like it makes it more easier to find them. Like I feel like it makes it too easy. So like, for me, like when I was first playing this game as a kid, it was a little bit challenging to find socks. I mean, I couldn't even find any because, I didn't think about the internet. But yeah, the robots are pretty fluid for the most part. They did, like I said, they did change this area specifically where there was like a little, where there's like a missing platform part, but like there is a bottom area where you could actually just stay and just wait for the ball to move so you could just make your move. What else? They did, let's actually focus on the more background stuff. Okay, so as you can see right here, they actually do have like, they did keep the, more or less they did keep the, the other parts of the levels in pretty much clear view. That does look amazing. I thought they were going to take that out. But I'm kind of glad that they didn't, you know, take it out of the game, because, you know, that's what kind of made this game cool. You know, you're able to see other levels from a long distance. Like, you could see downtown Bikini Bottom, like from Jellyfish Fields or Sand Mountain. You know. See, like, look at the socks, man. The socks look pretty cool in that. See, even the sock logo isn't really changed either. I noticed also for this little, for the little trampoline right here, it does seem like you have to ground pound it in order to get back, or get like a higher launch, to get launched higher. It's kind of weird, but whatever. The puffballs look more or less the same. I mean, nothing much has changed. The way you get hit, though, it's pretty fast. And also, it seems like, I was about to say Mario. Freaking SpongeBob's jumping animation does seem to be a little bit more. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems a little bit weird. It's like, it felt more fluid in the original game, but this one feels like it's just like he's restricted, and he doesn't really have momentum whenever he's like whenever he's on his second jump. You know, but anyways, get back to the impressions. This game looks really, really beautiful. I mean, it does look absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at all the grass right there. We didn't have that before. It was just like a flat green surface. The gameplay mechanics are a little bit off. Like, I mean, like I said, this is pre-alpha. It does say right here, once more, it's not finished yet. I think the only reason why they decided to even show gameplay footage of this game is because everyone was begging for it. I mean, even I was. I mean, like, all we got was screenshots. We didn't even get like a gameplay trailer, or like even a story trailer, you know, something like that. Because I guess everyone knows what the story is. But yeah, that's pretty much my impressions for this game, and the analysis. Nothing really. There's not much to see here because they only cover the first part of Jellyfish Field. So I'm hoping by tomorrow they actually show us a little bit more footage, like, you know, let's say downtown Bikini Bottom or Goo Lagoon. I mean, not going too far, or maybe just give us a little gameplay trailer of what's to come in this game. You know, give us like a little glimpse of every single level in this game, maybe some cut content, you know, something like that. But, you know, it is kind of far-fetched from now because this game looks like it's not even near completing. So I can tell you from this picture, from this whole video that we were analyzing, I think this game's actually gonna be released like maybe mid 2020, because I mean, there's no way you could complete this whole game, you know, polish up the gaming mechanics, polish up all the graphics and everything in time before Christmas or something like that. I don't think it's even possible. I know maybe like even as we speak right now, Purple Lamp is currently still working on the game, and I don't doubt it. But as of right now, if they're at this stage, like at this current stage, like pre-alpha, then it's going to take a little bit longer. I mean, like, look at Modern Warfare, for example, the game that's coming up like later on in October. I mean, they're still at their alpha version. Like, they're having like this 2v2 gunfight mode thing, and like it's alpha. So they still have some work to do. I mean, they still have September and October, but as of right now, I don't know if it's even possible if they're even gonna finish this game. They still need to animate all the HUD stuff, like the what else? The socks, like the sock animation needs to move. The shiny objects need to be worked on. They need to come to you instead of actually being able to collect them, because I feel like it's just gonna be a lot harder to you know, collect more shiny objects, because, you know, as you go on, the game's gonna like require more out of you. So like they're gonna require like 2,000 shiny objects, 3,000 shiny objects, and like, just think about it. I mean, how are you gonna collect, like, when you want to unlock that theater? I don't know what the theater's gonna have, since, you know, all the concept art's pretty much coming to be in this game. I don't know what they're gonna have in that theater. Maybe they're gonna have some trailers or whatever, you know, just some extra cut content that was gonna be in this version of this game. But I don't know how it's gonna happen. But think about it. When you go into that theater, it costs 40,000 shiny objects. Imagine like having to collect that many, how long it's gonna take, because of how you had to collect them in the first place instead of them just coming straight to you. I don't know how that's gonna work. I remember, since this is like a newer version of this game, I'm not even sure the cheats are gonna work. You know, like you have to press like X Y X X Y or something like that to get like 1,000 shiny objects. Yeah, I don't know how it's gonna work that time, and you know, I'm not the first person already making impressions of this game. Shift, the greatest, well, he's pretty much the master of speedrunning Battle for Bikini Bottom on the Xbox original. This guy, you know, he actually took a more deeper, in-depth look. I mean, I guess he had a more, he kind of like looked at everything like more carefully than I did because me, I'm just a casual SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom player. You know, I just play the game just to play it. I don't play it for speed running. I mean, I don't even know how to do any of the glitches that he does in order to speed run. And that's what he's looking at the most. I mean, like he's looking at every frame, like when you land or every frame when you hit. He's checking if there's any, like if you're able to use SpongeBob's bubble wand whenever you're, you know, in the middle of jumping in the air, which I'm sure it's going to happen. It wasn't shown in this video because I mean, the person who's controlling SpongeBob in this game right now, or like whoever recorded this, wasn't really. I guess it wasn't really needed. You know, he wasn't. It wasn't really fit for this kind of situation. So yeah, this is my analysis and impressions of the first SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated gameplay. So I hope you guys like this video. Make sure to comment for more SpongeBob content and make sure to subscribe as well. I need to get this channel back on track. So once again, my name is Triforce Addiction. Have a wonderful day.